And then there is this pardoned Democratic Representative Henry Cuellar joining Sunday Morning Futures, describing how the Biden-era Department of Justice tried to bribe and entrap him. Watch this.
First of all, we're innocent, and we have looked at all the evidence that got provided through discovery. I'll emphasize this, not a single person said there was a quid pro quo. In fact, they failed at showing that quid pro quo. And Maria, they even went and did a sting operation, a separate sting operation to try to bribe me, and that failed. And what they did there was wrong.
Wow. Entrapment, bribery. Congressman, tell me specifically, who tried to bribe you? You mean Biden's DOJ tried to bribe you?
Yes, they did. The sting operation, they set up a false company, false account. They took out the money, and they said this money was to bribe me. They try to use this money. They talked to my D.C. staff. My D.C. staff told them no, there was nothing there. So they actually returned the money back to the account because they couldn't bribe me. Everything came in from the DOJ in D.C. Everything came from the DOC office there. The local office, that is the one in Houston, never got enough. And from my sources, they did not get involved because they felt there was not a case.
Cuellar filed to run for re-election as a Democrat shortly after President Trump announced that pardon last week, Maria.
You know, Cheryl, Henry Cuellar complained about the wide open border a lot under Joe Biden's leadership, okay? So Joe Biden in office almost 4 years. And throughout that time, Henry Cuellar, because his district sits right on the Rio Grande, he many times said this wide open border is bringing in criminals. This is not safe. 350 people were identified as being on the terrorist watch list. And I'm wondering, Liz, if that's the reason that he got indicted in the first place.
Well, we hear a lot about retribution from President Trump. All his critics say, oh, he's out for vengeance, et cetera. I think we saw a lot of that under Joe Biden. It wasn't just Cuellar. It was also Eric Adams, the mayor of New York, if you remember. They went after him because he, too, dared to speak out about how these illegal migrants were damaging New York City. Maria, I think that's totally right. I think Trump is angry that Cuellar is not going to be joining the Republican Party. Democrats have been after him. They've done nothing for him. But honestly, and by the way, this is a district Republicans have tried to switch for decades, and not decades, but for several cycles. Trump won it by 7 points in the 2024 election. So it's clearly a district that's up for grabs. But frankly, I think having a conservative Democrat in that seat, frankly, that could be just as valuable to the administration as having another Republican.
Yeah, if he votes with Republicans.
Yeah, definitely.
On some issues. Now, you know, look, I understand what President Trump's point that he was making earlier on Sunday with that Truth Social, basically saying no more Mr. Nice Guy next time because he's running for re-election as a Democrat, you know, suggesting why wouldn't he just join with Republicans? But it was the border that really resonated with Republicans because he was very honest throughout Biden's term. Here he is in 2022. Watch this.
I believe in legal migration. I don't believe in illegal migration. And as we've said in the past, if you have 100 people that ask for asylum, 10 to 12% are going to be accepted, and the other 90 to 88% are going to be rejected. So why are we letting everybody in?
I mean, Cheryl, here's a guy who's against the Joe Biden policies, and he went as far as telling me yesterday in that exclusive interview that they tried to bribe him. And he's still a Democrat. He's still running for re-election in the Democrat Party. They just tried to bribe you.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's interesting is that the Democrats are still out there stumping, trying to protect illegal migrants. This is the platform that the party is jumping on, and that may be unfortunate for Cuellar running for a Democrat in that district. That seat could go Republican, especially after what has happened with him. But, you know, back to Liz's point about the Biden administration. Anybody that spoke out against illegal immigration was squashed. Eric Adams is a perfect example. He went to the White House 10 times complaining, and they blew him off.
Yeah, and with Henry Cuellar, his punishment was an indictment for him and his wife.